is very, very wet, windy, hailstones, and not a day to be outside. Halo is waiting for his walk patiently, but we can't really go out in that. He's very fussy. I want to talk about his food. So we give him this pouch stuff, and usually he just turns his nose and walks away. So what to do? Well, I'm going to give this a try, and it's called Butternut Box. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. This is just me trying out something for my fussy pooch. So this is all fresh food which gets delivered every fortnight. And this is my tester, my first pack. So we get this really nice welcome pack with a little booklet all about Butternut Box, the company, and we get this really nice bandana. Really nice quality. Let's have a quick look at the welcome pack. It tells you the story of Butternut Box about Kevin and Dave, two friends who had fussy dogs and decided to try something different. Storing the meals. They recommend storing 5 pouches in the fridge at a time for up to 7 days, with the rest in the freezer. And you've got to transition your dog to Butternut Box. And then after you've transitioned to it, it kind of gives you tips about how to manage the daily portions, etc. And you can manage your plan by going online. So it all seems really positive, and yeah, they sent a nice picture of Halo to me. So, oh, that's the bandana. We will go back to that. Cool. Pretty nice. Let's have a look, see what we get in the box. So this is a fuzzy dog, and it gives us some tips about how to approach a fuzzy dog. The 20-minute rule. We're removing the food, not rushing it. That's something I need to work on. Removing the food for Hill. That tells you the ingredients inside each of the packs. Good for the guts, apparently. And this is the actual food itself. I really like how it's packaged. It seems really nicely presented. And there is the inside. Nicely packaged. And that's a really nice touch, having some fresh water that you can defrost and use. You could even put it in Halo's bowl. Let him drink it. So first up we've got Ready Steady Veggie. So that is eggs with cheese and some parsley. Interesting. And vegetables as well. So I've got 14 days of portions here, so there's another Ready Steady Veggie. I wonder what he will think of that. And this one is checking you out. I love the play on words they have. Checking you out. So this is chicken with sweet potatoes, peas, and a touch of sage. Seems nice. This food seems better than what I eat. So I do Hello Fresh, and Halo is getting this. Another checking you out. And another one. So these, you can keep these in the freezer and just defrost them and keep 5 at a time in the fridge. Gobble gobble turkey. So lean and tasty turkey with carrots, peas and a hint of rosemary. He's never tried turkey, I don't think. And another chicken you out. Chicken you out. Cool names, aren't they? And another one. He does tend to like chicken, to be honest. He eats it quite a lot. And oh, you've got game. So let's have a look at the ingredients of that. So it is a banquet of venison with duck, carrots, a sprinkle of blueberries and cranberries. That's an interesting few ingredients. And another, you've got game. And another gobble gobble turkey. Lucky Halo, I just hope he eats this. I hope this is the answer to my problems. Oh, pork this way. Juicy pork with butternut, squash, and a dash of a herb, I think it is. Another chicken you out. So I must have chose this plan on the app, and I must have opted to have more chicken than any of the others. And another pork this way. Be interesting to see what he's like with pork. He does like ham. And nice sounds, the box, isn't it? Nicely presented. All freshly prepared. Human quality meat and veg. There you go. What more could a pooch want? So I got the welcome pack, the bandana, all of the leaflets, and 14 days worth of meals that we hope Hill is going to like. But only time will tell if he does. So now I need to get the majority of this in the freezer. And I'll keep a couple out just to defrost and start the transition in by mixing it with his regular food, which is there next to it. So let's get these in the freezer. This is Halo's shelf, and that is all of his current food he's eaten just beside it. I think I'm going to need a bit more room in there, but that's all of them in there. Let's have a look at this bandana. So it tells you how to fold it and how you can wear it as a kind of a coat or a bandana. I think that's how it goes. I think it is. Let's give it a try. Let's put it on the guy himself. And he's really sweet. He just lets you do anything. I think I've got it too tight. What do you think of my shining cushion? It's the pattern from the carpet in The Shining. So there he is. What do you think? What a handsome chap. He seems thrilled, doesn't he? So let's try him out with this butternut squash. So this butternut box. That's his tripe. It doesn't smell nice, and I wouldn't treat. Couldn't even imagine how that must taste, but sorry for anybody who is not a meat eater or vegetarian or vegan. I am kind of feeding a dog with raw meat here, and it might not be the best thing to watch. So I'm going to reduce his portion and add in a bit of the checking you out and mix it in. And again, when you touch raw meat, you've always got to make sure that you wash your hands afterwards. So there's a lot of vegetables in there as well, you can see. So let's give that a good mix up. And normally make his food into little portions so he can eat them easy. Just put them all into little portions, as you can see there. And Halo's waiting patiently down below, wondering what is going on. And he seems interested to see what the fuss is all about. Okay, he goes. Fingers crossed. Now, he seems to be eating it. It does like tripe. But maybe the checking you out is, agreeable for him. He seems to be liking that one. So I will give you an update very soon how he gets on. And I just thought I'd take a few minutes to look at the Butternut welcome pack. And this really nice booklet here just kind of tells you what everything is all about. So let's have a read through it. So that we got an index guide here where they go through each of the important areas. And even if you don't fancy reading, they must have a snazzy little video that you can scan with your telephone, your mobile telephone or cell phone, and watch the video. But we're just going to read through the book here. So I paused the video because I recorded the video this morning, but I didn't really give the time to read this booklet. So we're going to read through it. So hello and welcome to Butternut Box. So we've got two guys here called Dave and Kev. They are colleagues. They used to work together. So their introduction reads that since 2016, we have been on a mission to deliver health and happiness to dogs and their humans. So this means a lot to us that you have signed up and we get to feed your pup. In this booklet, you will find everything you need to get you started, from storing your pouches to a bandana style guide. So put the kettle on and have a little read. Really nice little introduction there. So you've got a rough timeline, rough being a play on a word there, which I love, of how they got started, their story if you like. So it all started when Dave, this gent here, rescued a staffy named Rudy. Rudy had a lot of health problems and farts a lot. So you can see there Rudy looking a little bit windy. Dave's family then decided to start cooking for Rudy themselves. And Rudy got better. Bye-bye farts. So, a very, very healthy Rudy. So Dave then told his workmate Kev, and they started cooking for other dogs. So they then quit their day jobs and started this new business called Butternut Box. And you can see there, I'm presuming that's Rudy. So what a great story that is. And very, very informative and very to the point, which is great. We love that. So the next page is all about storing your meals. How do you work this? So you saw me unboxing that. Yeah, so you saw that I put them in the freezer. So let's have a look at what the actual guidelines are. So storing your meals. Our tasty meals are gently cooked using freshly prepared vegetable ingredients and absolutely no nasties. Because of this, we freeze them naturally to preserve and lock in that goodness. So, Dave and Kev recommend storing 5 pouches in the fridge at a time for up to 7 days and popping the rest in the freezer. Now, because I'm going to be transitioning Halo, I haven't got 5 in the fridge at the minute because I'm only using parts of a pack for the next week. Or, not quite a pack a day, in other words. And to open each pouch, you just simply snip with a pair of scissors. And the guys say thought pouches, we carefully design our packaging to make sure that your dog's pouches arrive at a safe temperature. As long as they're still cold to touch when I'm packing them, they're still safe to refreeze. And then we talk about feeding Butternut for the first time. So the art of transitioning. When it comes to feeding any new food, most vets will recommend introducing it slowly to your dog and puppy's diet. So we call it transitioning. Why is transitioning important? So whether your dog is moving to an all Butternut plan or a mixed plan, Halo is going for an all Butternut plan. Taking the time to transition properly gives their tummy the chance to get used to the new fresh diet, with all its new tastes, textures, and ingredients. The wait will be worth it. How much Butternut to feed when transitioning? So we suggest starting with a couple of spoonfuls on day 1, mixed in with whatever type of food they're currently eating. Tripe in Halo's circumstance. You can gradually increase the amount of Butternut each day, making sure you can decrease their other food to avoid overfeeding. If you fully transitioned and you still have plenty of food left over, you can always go to your account and push your next box. So in this case, I'll probably have some left over from the 14 days because of the transitional period where I'm not going to be using a full pack a day. And the guys give a rough guide of transitioning from day 1, where you just give that spoonful or so and add it into their diet step by step. And the idea is on day 7 you have a full transition to Butternut. And checking the poops, not a pleasant thing to talk about, but it's something we need to. Checking out your dog's poop will tell you if the transition is effective. So regular poops means that you are winning and continue to increase the number of Butternut spoonfuls each day, and 7 days is the sort of the average, if you like. If your dog has a runny poop, don't worry, you just need to transition a little slowly and increase the number of Butternut spoonfuls in every couple of days instead of every day. So that might take about 14 days to do that one. So feeding Butternut once you've transitioned, it tells you here managing your dog's daily portions. Within your account, you can find the recommended daily amount of food to feed your dog. You can divide this across multiple meal times depending on how you like to feed and how your pup likes to feed. So in Halo's situation, we normally feed him afternoon and early evening, so 2 a day. But you can visit your account to look at your dog's personalised plan that we've kind of decided to look at. So they've recommended Halo has 300 grams, I think it is, off the top of my head, which is slightly more, and this is what they say, than they recommend, but I did change the weight of Halo after I had registered with the account. So on around 300 grams a day. If you have more than one dog, lucky, head over to your account and find each dog's exact recommended daily portion size. They will differ depending on their size, weight, and their snacking habits. So the guys have sort of connected with an in-house vet called Dr. Cara Clark. For a fussy or pooch, try warming the meal before serving it. It helps to bring out the tastes and smells of the recipe. That's a good idea because if it's cold, it just might affect the taste, if you like, because I wouldn't like to get food served cold, especially if it was a meaty meal, if you like. So looking at why butternut is better than the average dog food. So the ingredients are without any artificial additives, meaning the dog gets the best out of their mealtime. And the cooking process, they gently cook the meals at 90 degrees, which means they kill all the bad without losing the good. Sensitive stomachs love us for this. And why your dog is going to thank you forever for making an excellent decision to sign up. The taste. So we taste test our meals to make sure that each recipe is up to scratch for even the fussiest pup. The complete package, we get very nerdy when it comes to making sure there's always the right amount of vitamins and minerals for your dog in each of our neutrally complete recipes. And the variety, we have a whole range of recipes, chews, treats to keep your pup's mealtime nice and interesting. So the traditional pet food categories are wet, dry and raw. But then there's a whole new breed of category which is fresh, which is the first of our kind, a new breed. Different. A lot of play on words here to do with the doggy world, which is really good. And here you get to information how to manage your plan. By updating, changing or pausing your plan is really easy for the best for you and your dog. So you can download your app, which I've got on my mobile telephone. You can log into your account and you can change your delivery days and the recipe selection. For instance, if Halo prefers the turkey over the chicken, I can make sure that I get more turkey, as an example. You can update your dog's weight, allergies and other details and add treats, chews and more to your box. So I really like that, how you can tailor exactly what you want to receive. So we are in this trial period to see how Halo takes to the food. So it'll be very interesting to see how we go. Imagine if every dog went to bed happy and healthy every night. So the guys at Butternut Box are working to provide safe shelter, basic care and full bellies to dogs in need everywhere. So by joining Butternut Box, you're helping us to do just that, because for every new customer that signs up to Butternut, we donate the cost of a meal, or sometimes a meal itself, to dogs in need too, which is really good because there are a lot of dogs that need that kind of support. The guys like us to tell our friends about Butternut, and you can refer your friend, your neighbour, your workmate, and your dog park person. So we make lots of friends everybody talks to each other when they've got a dog, right? You could be on a field, on a beach, and you get talking to the stranger next to you. It's always a great way to kind of meet people. So we get a personalised referral code. So I was referred by Positively Paula, who is my YouTuber friend. I help her with making some content. So she gave me a referral. So we get 50% off for this, so which is really good. Like I did say at the beginning, this is not sponsored by Butternut Box. This is me just kind of, talking to you about what it is that I'm doing. So thanks to Positively Paula for that. So keeping in touch, if something about your plan isn't quite working for you or you fancy a chat, you can always get in touch with us. We are here to help and we want everything to be just right. So there's a connect there, which is really good. And there is a local Facebook page where we can share photographs of our pooches with their Butternut Box goodies. Need a vet nurse? So my plan includes free 24/7 emergency access to an independent vet nurse helpline, which is good. So if I'm in the moment and I want to just speak to somebody about a health issue, it means that I can speak to somebody to just get some general advice, which is really good. And the finishing page here, well, before we get to the bandana bit, is that 74% of customers see a positive change in their dog's health after feeding fresh food. They want to know, have I received any positive changes? If we'd love you to leave us a review on our Trustpilot, it helps others find out about us and what we're all about. And on this page here, we've got a lot of feedback from Fussy to Foodie. Since discovering Butternut, we've never had a wasted meal, and I can't serve her meals up quick enough these days. 5 stars for that one. The next one says shiny coats and skin. That will be all thanks to those magic omega-3s in our flax seeds. Her coat has improved since switching a few months ago, and everyone comments on her healthy appearance. Improved energy levels. She has buckets more energy and seems happy in herself. And healthy weight loss. My dog is healthy and maintaining a balanced diet, which is good because when you buy these pouches and cans of food in the supermarkets, a lot of people just don't know how much to give their dogs, and we also don't know what's inside of them. And finally, we've got the bandana style guide. So you saw that I already did this with Halo, but there's a few different styles that you can use your bandana, which is great. So I went for the classic. Best worn whenever, wherever, and however. A classic never goes out of fashion. That's how Halo would wear a bandana. The Super Pup, for those who enjoy rescuing humans from the vacuum or chasing villainous squirrels. The usual superhero stuff. So there it's like a cape you tie around his neck and have it along his back. Like a superhero cape. I could try that on Halo, see if he likes it. And this one here is the Sailor Wind Wee Wee Wee. So this is the style which will see your pup through all of the seasons. See what we did here? So you tie like a little sailor's knot around his neck. Really cute. And finally, if your dog won't wear a bandana, we get it. Not every dog is into accessories. That's why we carefully crafted the extra style, and it's one of the more practical ones. Use it as a blanket, or even something to put his food on to get all of those slops, and keeping your floor clean. sharing your favourite bandana style with us with a hashtag Butternut. Like it a lot. And here we have some really handy did you know facts about the guys and Butternut box. So one is human quality ingredients in every meal. Number 2, we taste test our meals ourselves. Number 3, Kevin Dave once drove to France to save 2 dogs and a blind cat. Wow, it's a long story. I'd like to know that story and find out what happened, if they would share it. And for every new dog that signs up, we donate a meal to a dog in need. That's good because as the business grows, they're giving something back, which is super special to me, to be honest. And flexible delivery to your door, not going out in supermarkets and having to remember to buy them, because I'll admit it's happened to me where I've had to go looking for food because I've not bought the food when I've been getting my regular groceries. So it's just good to know that you have dedicated time for Halo and your dog to make sure that his meals are in advance. I don't know how many times I've had to run to a supermarket and just buy something quick because I haven't known what to feed him. They have award-winning customer service, and if you've stacked all the boxes we've delivered so far, they'll reach space. So there's no way of proving this, but we just have a hunch. And of course this book is recycled on I'll start that again. This book is printed on recycled paper using vegetable-based inks. Maybe we don't eat it though, to be honest. That's good. So there you go. So I really like it. I like the packaging, I like the mission objective, I like the guys and their story. The food seems really interesting, and yeah, it's something I would even eat myself, to be honest. But will Halo eat the food? So this all depends whether he does, whether he goes for it. So we will give it a try, and I will keep you updated, and if he does love it, I will be a butternutter forever. Thanks for watching.